Welcome to a special edition of Celebrity Mixer, brought to you by AT&T Dream of Black 28. I'm your host, Alexus Renée. Now, to describe today's special guest, I'm going to have to use a quote from the infamous Oprah Winfrey and say he's a bona fide dynamo. Yes, he's an award-winning film and TV producer, New York Times best-selling author, an international speaker, as well as a spiritual success coach. Now, as part of AT&T's Dream of Black initiative for Black History Month, DeVon is currently touring the country, autographing his new book, The Truth About Men. And yes, ladies, we need to know all this tea. So make sure you guys stay tuned from this amazing book signing event. But for now, let's welcome DeVon Franklin to the show. Guys, I'm your host, Alexus Renée, and today I have the handsome DeVon Franklin with me. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about his book and some other things that he has going on, but first I want to say thank you so much for joining me.
Of course.
And let's just get to the meat and gravy, okay? Because, of course, us ladies been trying to figure you guys out forever.
That's right, and I'm going to help you.
Right, so that's what I'm talking about. So give us a little information about your book and why you decided to write about this topic.
Yeah, my new book is called The Truth About Men, What Men and Women Need to Know. And I decided to write about this topic because for too long, we're always telling women what they got to do, what they need to know better, what they got to do to get a man. But for me, this book is about what we as men got to do better and how we can do it better and giving women information along the way.
Okay. So tell me a couple things you would like for people to take away from your book when they read it.
One, that we all struggle. Two, that we don't have to be defined by that struggle. Three, that there is hope. And four, it starts with communication. And it starts with transparency. There can be no transformation without transparency. And so when we're transparent, when we tell the truth, it actually helps us not only become who we're supposed to be, but relate to one another better.
Okay, so tell us a little, ladies, anyway, how we can deal better with you guys on a mental level. Because we think we know you guys, but we totally don't.
No, but here's one of the keys. To not put up with behavior that you know you can't actually tolerate. I think a lot of times, in my experience, women, sometimes the only thing a man's going to understand is pain. And sometimes that could be the pain of your absence. That can be the pain of like, hey, look, I'm going to hold you accountable for certain things you may do that I just can't live with. But I think sometimes there's this feeling like, well, I'm afraid because if I do that, am I going to lose him?
Absolutely.
And so what we want to do, in this book, what I put in this book is say, hey, if you were to lose him, you're going to lose him anyway. Hold them accountable, know your self-worth, know your value, and that you deserve to be treated at the level that you are.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Sometimes we stay in toxic relationships because we're afraid to leave, and sometimes it's the best thing to do. Now, AT&T is always doing amazing things, from this Believe in Chicago to the Dream of Black 28. How was your experience teaming with them, partnering with them on this event today?
Great. I mean, AT&T is so committed to the community, and so committed to people of color, our culture. Dream in Black is amazing and such an affirmational idea that, now, look, we're here in the AT&T store, and look at the people. Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's good to see you. I love you, man. I mean, this is what Dream of Black is. It's about possibility,
Absolutely.
about hope.
Absolutely.
And AT&T embodies that, and the fact that we can do this together is amazing.
Absolutely. Now, you have your hands in so many different things. You've done films like The Pursuit of Happiness, The Karate Kid, my all-time favorite, Jump the Broom. Now, tell me, can we expect to see anything else new coming from you?
Yeah, my new film is called Breakthrough. So in addition to The Truth About Men, the new book, which is out now, get it if you don't have it, Breakthrough is my new film starring Chrissy Metz from This Is Us. It's a true story of a mother who prays her son back to life after he dies falling through a frozen lake. It'll be out Easter time, April 17th of this year. We already have about 95 million views of the trailer, and it's a Kleenex and a popcorn movie, and I know when you see it, it's going to blow you away.
Okay, so make sure you guys check that out. He's doing so many amazing things. Now, tell me, for young entrepreneurs like myself and others who are thinking about leaving their corporate job to just dive into their career or business, what kind of suggestions or footnotes can you give for someone to help them make that choice and be successful?
When I left my job, I used to be an executive at Sony Pictures, and then I left and started my company. What was important, though, is I was building the foundation for my company before I left. So even when I was at Sony, you know, as an executive, I was still doing things that gave me the credibility. Like, it's almost like you're building the steps. So you don't necessarily always step out on the next step until you start building it. Sometimes, you know, you say, oh, I'm going to quit and I'm done. But you haven't put enough things in process so that when you do step out, there's another step there that'll catch you. So as an entrepreneur, if you have a job, sometimes use that job to finance where you want to go. Use that job to incubate your dream before you just step out and say, hey, I'm going to go take it. I'm going to go start everything and quit. You know, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you put in your time before you make the leap.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, I know that you're a spiritual success coach. So what I would love for you to do before I let you go is to leave a few words for my audience and something that can help them in their day-to-day life.
Yeah, you know, I think Rome was not built overnight. You have to carry a crown before you wear one. So commit to service, commit to patience, and more importantly, commit to the process. When you commit to the process for success, it'll take you everywhere you need to be. When you rush it, you will fail. When you take your time, you will win.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I'm glad we had that recorded. I'm listening to that like every day. That's going to be like, yes, I'm going to repeat that every day. Well, thank you again so much. I totally appreciate you. It's your girl, Alexus Renee. You've been watching Celebrity Mixer. All right, guys, so now let's take a quick second to break to our sponsors.
The iPhone XR is a marvel in technology.
Yeah.
This edge-to-edge screen is unbelievable.
Am I nuts, or does everything look better on an iPhone?
Both.
And with our unlimited plan, people can choose the best in entertainment.
HBO, Cinemax, Showtime.
Stars, Verve, Amazon Music, or Pandora. Now people can get what they want. Because everyone's different. I feel like we shouldn't talk for a couple of days.
AT&T has the only unlimited plan that gives you your choice of top-tier entertainment. Get an iPhone XR on us when you buy the latest iPhone. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this book signing event with Mr. DeVon Franklin. Make sure you guys go get your book. Fellas and ladies, it's a good read for everybody. It's only $26.50 if you're at the AT&T store. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on the video. We would totally appreciate it. You can also stay up to date by logging into Celebrity Mixer. That's Mixer with the Y. For all of your latest celebrity news, I'm your host, Alexus Renee. You've been watching Celebrity Mixer.